Alright, hi everybody. So today we're going to be doing a pumpkin drawing. Since Halloween is this weekend, I figured this would be a perfect time to do a pumpkin drawing and get to have a little fun. So I'm going to use a marker, but you can use a pencil, marker, whatever you have. And I'm going to walk you through this step by step. I'm going to try and keep it short, but remember you can always pause the video or rewind if you need to. So I'm going to figure out where I want my pumpkin to be. I'm going to draw a curve on one side like a C. I'm going to draw a C on one side, and then I'm going to draw a backward C on the other. Now your pumpkin doesn't have to be perfect. Most pumpkins aren't. Once you have your pumpkin shape, I'm going to divide my pumpkin. I'm going to make a curved line here like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I can do it 2 more times, doing it closer together. Right here. And right there. So there's my pumpkin. And then I'm going to draw just a curved line and a curved line and a straight line across. And there's my stem. Ta-da! We have a pumpkin. So now that we have a pumpkin, there are lots of different ways we could approach our pumpkin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add pattern inside my pumpkin just to add it, make it look a little special, a little extra for Halloween. I am also going to make kind of a zigzag wavy grass line in the back there, and at the same spot here I'm going to make a spot for the grass on this side. So you can just use a regular wavy line or a zigzag line or a funky grass line like this where it's not exactly the same, so it looks more like grass. Now when I am drawing my patterns, again, you can use pencil, you can use marker, you can do whatever. Keep your patterns simple. That's the best thing I can tell you. You don't want to make it very complicated. If it is too complicated, it's going to look crazy. Keep your pattern simple. So, for example, let's say I do zigzag lines. In each space, I'm going to do a different pattern. And maybe this one, I just do zigzag lines. Very simple. Zigzag line going down. We've talked about the different types of line. And my older kids, I know you know these different types of lines and patterns. My younger ones, these are what we've been talking about. Zigzag line, wavy lines. You can even do dots. Or I would do bigger dots, maybe polka dots, like this, in a space. Like that, make one space polka dot. Again, keep it very simple, easy patterns. Best way to do it. I'm going to do my favorite one here in the middle, which is a spiral or a swirly pattern. And I'm going to do one here. I'm going to have it go the opposite direction up there. Now when it stops and it hits a wall like this, you can always continue that curve around as if it went around that wall. Same here. I'm just going to continue that curve like that. So there I have my pattern. Then I have 2 more to do. And again, simplicity is the best in my opinion. And I will leave it up to you what type of patterns you want to do. But I do want to see you do patterns. Keep it simple. So this one, I'm going to do a straight line pattern. Maybe I draw 3 going in one direction, or maybe 4. 4 going in one direction, and then I draw 1, 2, 3, 4 going in another direction. Then maybe I go 1, 2, 3, 4 going in that direction, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 going in that direction. And just fill up that space. And again, my lines aren't all squished together. and my lines are not overlapping each other like crazy and making it very, very complicated. Keeping it simple. Maybe this last one, instead of a zigzag, I want to kind of mirror it on this side, but instead of a zigzag, maybe I just do a wavy line. And because I had dots over here, maybe I put dots. In my pattern on that side. And there we go. I'm even going to add straight line pattern to my stem. And there's your pattern. Now, you can color it any color you want. I would not color all the patterns the same. Again, keep it simple. Don't use a bazillion different colors. I'm going to keep my pattern to 4 colors. I think I'm going to use 2 that remind me of pumpkins, yellow and orange. And I'm going to use a darker green and a purple. I really love purple, and it reminds me of Halloween, and yellow and orange. Purple and yellow and orange look really pretty together. So, I'm going to start with one. I'm going to start with yellow, and maybe I color in this space. The space is here, yellow. Again, I'm going to try and not go too fast so that you can follow along. But remember, you can always pause the video. And if we're doing this in live lesson, I'm going to try and show this during my live lesson too. And if we're doing this in live lesson, you can either just let me know I'm going too fast and for me to pause it, or I'm going to send you the link to watch it on your own time too. So you can watch it during our live lesson and do what you can, and then go back when the live lesson is over and try and finish it. So maybe I'll do green on the other side. And again, I'm not trying to scribble. I'm trying to fill in as much white space as I can. With crayons, I'm not pressing down hard. If you press down really hard, sometimes you get better color, but it also wears out your crayons. And it's harder to fill in all those white spaces if you press down really hard. So I'm just kind of lightly brushing my crayon across the paper. There you go, like that. Then maybe this one, let's say I do purple dots. And when we come back, my younger grade levels, y'all are going to have crayons that are just for art class. Please don't color hard with them because they're going to have to last us a while. So that's why I'm practice coloring lightly with your crayons. I'm not pressing down hard again. I'm coloring lightly. See how I'm holding kind of towards the back of my crayon? It makes me not able to press down hard, because if I press down hard while holding back here, it would break the crayon. So I definitely don't want to do that. So coloring lightly. Just kind of making small little lines across the paper. Like that. Then maybe my next one, let's do, I'm going to put yellow in the space in between. And you could do something fancy where it fades from one color to another, but I'm not going to waste y'all's time trying to do that today. I am going to do purple spirals. So instead of coloring it spiral by spiral, because the whole thing's going to be purple, I am just going to color it like this. And again, your patterns and your colors do not have to be the same as mine. I would love for you to make it as uniquely yours as possible. But I still would like to see some pattern and some color. So I haven't used green again since that one, so I'm going to use green here. And what I will do on this one is every other space, I'm going to color green. I'll go ahead and color all of this one color. And if you use pencil to draw your pattern, then go back with a marker when you're done and outline everything so that even when you color it, do you see how nicely my pattern still shows up? That's what you want. So you don't want it to, when you color it, to overwhelm your pattern so much that you can't see the lines. You still want your lines to be the focal point of your pumpkin. So then I'm going back with an orange and filling in the other space. Please take your time and do this neatly. And then my last one, I think I'm going to do, I've done yellow and green and yellow and purple. Now I've done purple and orange. I have not done purple and green. And I haven't done yellow and orange. So let's say I do all of them on this last one. Maybe this one. I do purple on this side of the wavy line. Purple on that side, and I've got a lot of yellow over on this side, but no yellow over on this side, so I'll do yellow as my bigger color over here. And purple and yellow are complementary colors, so they complement each other. They make each one show up brighter and look bolder when you put them beside each other. So they're always a good combination. That's why you see a lot of school colors who use purple and yellow or purple and gold together, because they look real pretty together. Right, and then I will use orange on the inside of on these circles and green on these. And there's my pumpkin. It is done. Now you can always color your stem. You can color your stem any color. I might use orange and let's do green. For my stem. Then you can color your ground. You can draw more pumpkins, like little baby pumpkins over to the side. You can write Happy Halloween. I know not everyone celebrates Halloween, so I'm not trying to make this a purely Halloween thing, but you can do different decorations if you want. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to color my ground green. And again, I'm doing it nice and quick and easy. Just using, I'm not using the tip of the crayon. I'm not using the very tip. I'm kind of turning my crayon sideways and using the side of the crayon. If your crayon does not have any paper on it, you could always rub your crayon like this and do that as well. And I'm just going to color. And if you use green on your pumpkin, I probably should have used a different color than green on my pumpkin if I was going to do a green grass, but it really doesn't matter because I'm coloring the grass light enough that it doesn't blend in with my pumpkin. And so I'm just going in those little grass blades up there. I'm coloring around my pumpkin, trying not to leave any white spaces. And there we go. There's our little pumpkin. And I'm gonna make a moon up here in the sky. I bet some of you could tell me which famous artist liked to paint moon. He painted a really famous painting with a moon in the sky like this. It was a yellow-orange moon. And we talked about him just the other week. He was a very famous Dutch artist. Anyone? Take a guess. If you guessed Vincent van Gogh, you're right. He painted Starry Night that had a big moon. That was a yellow-orange moon. So I'm using yellow and orange for my moon over in the corner. Then you can color your sky. You can color it blue. You can color it purple. You could try and make it look like Starry Night. You could do different dashed lines everywhere. Completely up to you. I think I am going to use a dark blue. Is that the right color blue? No, that's a gray blue. Let me get a dark blue out here. Let me find the right color. Okay, so I'm just going to color my sky blue. Again, you make it your own. You do not have to color it the same way I do. But I do like to see a fully finished picture. I don't like to see a whole lot of white paper left. Unless it is part of the picture. Sometimes we do just like a portrait and then the background is left white. But most of the time when you're doing a piece of artwork, you want your paper to be fully colored, fully finished. And do you see how big my pumpkin is and it fills up most of the space? You don't want your main subject to be a tiny little thing in the middle of the paper and have all that empty space. Because then, if there's more empty space than subject matter, the people who are viewing your artwork don't look at the subject. They look at the empty space and try and figure out what you're trying to say with all that empty space. And sometimes that's not the point. Sometimes you're just drawing too small. So make sure you draw big enough to where you have your subject matter is the biggest thing on your paper. And I know it's boring to just sit here and watch me color, but I'm trying to give you time at home to do it as well. So usually I just speed up through this, but I think I'm going to try and do this for my live lesson today and this week too. So that's why I'm trying to take the time. So again, just coloring it. If you want to make this more Halloween-y, again, you can always write Happy Halloween. You could draw a bat in the sky. You could do, oh gosh, there's all kinds of stuff you could do to make it more Halloween-y. If you don't want it to look very Halloween-y, that's okay too. Because like I said, not everyone enjoys Halloween and not everyone celebrates it. But if you do, and you want to make this a Halloween picture, by all means, feel free to. Do whatever you need to do. You can add a spooky tree in the background. You could draw a witch flying her broom in the sky. Whatever you want. Again, this is just one version of artwork that you can complete. So there we go. There's my pumpkin. And that's what I would like for you to do. And then when you are done, as every good and great artist knows, you sign your artwork so no one else takes credit for it. So I would sign my name in the bottom right corner, which is where most artists sign their name. If you're really proud of your work, even put the date on it so you can remember 100 years from now. People can look back and say, look, this person did it when they were in 5th grade. And how cool is that? And now they're a really famous artist and we have this type of artwork from when they were really little. Sorry, let's put my crayons up. I have no idea 100 years from now what will still be around and what won't. I don't even know if this paper will hold up 100 years. But it's the thought that counts, and you always want to make sure that you put your name on what you do, just in case. All right? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I was seeing y'all this week. I'm sorry we are not back in school yet, but we will be soon, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and happy Halloween. Bye.